What's up, fellas? Let's dive right in. Tonight's topic is, are you on copium or have you actually learned to cope? Now, at first glance, you might be telling me, hey, yo, Evan, what do you mean? Aren't they both the same thing? Copium and cope? Like, this just means you're delusional. You're lying to yourself. You really want or covet that thing, but you can't get it, so you've given up. You became a hater instead. Now, hold on a second. That's what it means with the word copium, because that's a negative connotation that people coin these days. That internet swag that lets you know, yeah, come on, man, stop the cab. You know you want it. You just can't have it because they don't want you. You can't get it. You don't have the means necessary of attaining that. Now, if you look up the dictionary, the meaning, the definition of the word cope, it's actually quite positive. It's inspiring. It means overcoming a difficult task, a difficult event, coming to terms with it, being at peace. Doesn't that sound great? Let me give you an example. A person probably was at war and lost his leg. Now he's wheelchair bound. Is anyone going to come up to him and say, hey, listen, you can't be happy. You lost your leg. It's gone forever. I see you smiling, upbeat and all that. That's all a cope, man. You're on that copium. Stop the cab. You're depressed. Just admit it. You're gonna be a sad loser for life because you got no leg, man. Really? You really gonna say that to somebody? Do you actually think this happy guy who's actually come to terms that he lost a leg, he can't be happy ever again in his life? Of course not. Because here's the truth of the situation. Humans are very, extremely resilient creatures. And rightfully so, because, hey, that's how we gotta adapt and survive. And that comes with our psychological well-being as well. See, no matter what, positive or negative, we get these spikes in our emotions. Something amazing happens to us. Great. Something terrible happens to us. Well, sucks. But guess what? Time is the healer of everything. And eventually, our emotions are gonna always level off. It's the laws of averages, right? Eventually, things will become your baseline. So no matter what you do, let's say you keep making more and more money, you keep chasing the bag. Yeah, those increments, those increases, the raise, the promotions you get, the more you hustle, the more money you get, yeah, you're feeling good about yourself. But eventually, that level becomes your norm, your baseline level. And then what? You can only keep going up from there, right? But can you? And what happens if you go back down? You'll be sad, you'll be depressed that you started losing money. You're not making as much as you were. Maybe you lost your job. But you know what the interesting is? Like I said, throughout the passage of time, you will settle down to your baseline level. It's no longer gonna be that interesting to you, that happy. Makes sense, right? When you graduate college, you get your degree, your license, you get a new car, you close that deal on your new house, right? That's amazing. You go out and celebrate your family, friends, but do you celebrate every day after that? Are you celebrating your marriage a week later, a month later? Every day is a celebration. Of course not. That doesn't make sense. It's a one-time thing. And then eventually life goes on. It's gonna become your new norm, right? A married life, driving every day to work and back with that new car. It's gonna lose its luster, its shine. That comes with everything, every material goods that you've ever purchased, right? You're not looking at this article of clothes, this suit that you got, this car, admiring it 5 years later, 10 years later, you're going, oh man, this thing is awesome. Wow. I mean, of course, exceptions can apply, but normally that's not the case. So if it applies to good things, material things that you acquire, amazing things that you acquire, wouldn't logic have it that it works the other way around as well? When things are bad, eventually you'll get used to it. It'll become your new life. Hey, I mean, makes sense, right? What else are you gonna do about it? Cry and mope all day? Cry about your missing leg and go, oh my God, my life is shit, man. It's all over. It's all over. For what? For the next 50 years of your life? No, you're gonna adapt. You're gonna adjust. You're gonna learn to cope with that missing leg or whatever misfortune that may have happened to you. Time will pass and you're gonna bounce back no matter what, because you'll get used to it. Hey, just like you get older, you might suffer some injuries here, you know, nagging wrist pain, elbow pain, knee pain. At first you'll be like, oh my God, this is terrible. It's always there, back pain. But hey, give yourself a few months, half a year of dealing with it, tolerating that pain. And you're gonna be like, all right, if I think about it, if I focus in on it, yeah, it doesn't feel quite right, but it's okay. And that's cope. And it's a good thing, right? That's how you learn to survive. That's how you are forced to survive. Because you learn to accept it, because you can't change it. Now, copium. That key difference in copium is you have the ability to change it. You have the ability to elevate yourself from that cesspool. You only chose not to do so. Due to what? Due to fear? The unknown, a fear of failing, not trying. That is what copium truly means. Now, for all those out there that may be on social media, on the internet, and you see those comments calling out people like, yeah, he's guzzling that copium, he's on all that cap. Well, those are haters. That's a whole different story. Because let's be honest, are those guys actually trying to motivate the person to read that comment and go, man, you're absolutely right. I'm on that copium, man. And I accept that. And I'm going to change that for the better. No, they don't know you. They can't dive into your brain and pick it apart like that. Only you truly understand yourself. And hey, sometimes change can't be seen that readily, that easily by other people. Like I said, if you've been following me for a while, you know I preach that mindset. Having control over your mind. It's all about perspective. So hey, maybe they don't see a material, physical change on the outside. Let's say you're scrawny. You didn't change by working out. Let's say you're poor. You didn't change by making a lot more money, getting a new house, getting more cars. They don't see that. But you changed because of your way of thinking. You've actually refocused shifted your priorities and go, you know what? Honestly, I really don't need that car. What's it for? I get it, it's new. Some friends and family's gonna see it and be like, oh, awesome. Strangers gonna roll by and say, hey, can I take a picture with you? Can I take a picture on top of your car? Sometimes asking without permission. What, you're gonna get a lot more likes on Instagram? Get a lot more followers? Is that truly important to you? Hey, for some, sure, it is. It's their business. And for you, if you actually come to terms with it, if you got no clout and you say, you know what, I don't need it. I don't need it like a monk doesn't need it. Or you're gonna call out a monk and say, listen, come on, man, stop the coat. Stop the cap, man. Listen, you don't want to give up all this crap. You don't even want to shave your head. You're just doing it because you're a loser. Man, get off that temple. Just come back to civilization and go get some chicks, man. Does that make sense to you? Are you actually going to try to convince a monk to go, listen, you're lying to yourself? No, because you can sense his authenticity. You can sense his conviction. He truly believes what he practices, and he practices what he preaches. And you learn to respect that because he's living his life according to his own ideals, morals, and principles. So what is it to say that anyone can be called out for coping, for guzzling that copium? You simply do not know. You gotta take it at face value. Now, here's the caveat. In some ways, you can tell just a little bit if they're always bitter, they're always complaining, you know. You know what I'm talking about. Those types that go, you know what, yeah, I'm focusing on my grind. I'm just gonna make my bread, make this money. Screw girls, man. Like, I don't need women in my life. They're just a headache. They're just a hassle. And they're always on the internet, on these posts, on these videos going like, yeah, women are a waste of time. They're always hating on them. I don't need them. I'm just focusing on my life. And guess what? They're on Instagram following all these bikini ladies, liking their posts, giving them heart emojis. Hey, the actions are incongruent. You could tell. All right, yeah. You really don't truly believe what you're saying. What is it? You know you love women, but you swore them off because what? You can't get them. Now that is lying to yourself. But at the end of the day, only you yourself will truly know if you're lying or not. So I ask you this. Have you actually overcome your insecurities? Come to accept certain things of life? Or are you drinking that copium? And there you have it, folks. I'm gonna wrap it up for this video. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.